Hello everyone and welcome back to Probably a History Lesson. In light of His Majesty King Charles' coronation in May and all of the celebrations surrounding it, for this week's video we will delve into royal etiquette of the British royal family. One of the more widely known etiquette rules is the Duchess slant. There is a correct way to sit for female royals, with the knees together and angled to one side, rather than the legs crossed, in a position known as the Duchess slant. Meghan was photographed sat with her legs folded alongside Queen Elizabeth during an event for the Queen's Young Leaders Awards in June 2018, Harper's Bazaar reported. However, she was not the first to break with etiquette, as Kate Middleton and Princess Diana have both sat with legs crossed before. Permission to marry is the next rule on our list. The Royal Marriages Act of 1772 placed a multitude of restrictions on royals and their weddings, but was cleaned up in 2013. Royals are now free to marry Catholics, and the order of succession no longer bumps boys above their older sisters. However, the next 6 in line to throne all still have to request the monarch's permission to marry. Royal names can be their own minefield, with family members born with titles rather than surnames. Elizabeth's husband's name is correctly written, His Royal Highness the Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, and that is how it appeared on the official Buckingham Palace announcement of his death. However, nothing is ever simple with the royals, and Prince Harry is an exception to the rule, with his birth name rarely appearing in official communications. He was in fact born Prince Henry of Wales but goes by the more informal Harry. A princess, quintessentially, wears a tiara, but in real life, only if she's married. Diana Mather, a senior tutor for the English Manor Etiquette Consultancy, told the BBC tiaras are worn at formal events where evening dress is expected. She said, "The old rule is that hats are never worn indoors after 6 p.m, because that is when the ladies changed into evening dress, and tiaras and the family jewels would come out. Flashy diamonds and tiaras are not worn during the day, and only married ladies wear tiaras." A successful royal must be prepared for all eventualities, even the unthinkable. It is customary for members of the family to pack a spare black outfit when traveling abroad so they can dress appropriately should a royal die. However, they have been caught out before, most famously in 1952 when King George VI died while his daughter, then Princess Elizabeth, was away in Kenya. The Queen did not have a black outfit, so once her plane touched down in Britain, one was taken on board for her to change into before she stepped out onto the tarmac, according to The Sun. Queen Victoria is perhaps the figure in royal history most prominently associated with mourning dress. After Prince Albert's unexpected death in 1861, she marked her loss very publicly, famously wearing black every day for 40 years after he died, until her own death. Many a royal family portrait has seen young princes dressed in eccentric outfits, rather than the trousers and t-shirts a lot of families opt for. One reason, according to etiquette expert Grant Herald, is the tradition dates back to the 16th century. Formerly a butler to Prince Charles, Harry and William, he told the BBC, "This saw young boys wearing gowns or dresses until the age of 8, if not before." Thankfully, in late 19th century and early 20th century this developed into shorts. This tradition is carried on by the royal family to this very day. Elizabeth's family do not exchange gifts on Christmas Day like the rest of Britain, but the day before, reportedly in honor of the German tradition introduced by Prince Albert. The royal family website reads, "On Christmas Eve, the royal family lay out their presents on trestle tables and will exchange their gifts at tea time." Royal author Robert Jobson told the Daily Express, "On Christmas Eve, when all the clan are together, The Queen's grandchildren and great-grandchildren put the finishing touches to the 20-foot Christmas tree in the white drawing room. Presents will be opened that day at tea time, as the royals still keep to the German practice of opening their gifts on Christmas Eve. The situation becomes more complicated still when royals go out into the wider world, where surnames are an expectation. Prince Harry in the British Army was known as Captain Wales, while he held that rank, and Princess Beatrice lists herself simply as Beatrice York on her LinkedIn. Official documents can create their own headaches, as Meghan and Harry discovered in relation to Archie's birth certificate. The Sun reported the document was changed from listing his mother as Rachel Meghan Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex to Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex. The newspaper suggested the move was a snub by Meghan towards Kate Middleton, who listed her first name on her own children's paperwork. The centerpiece of the state opening of Parliament each year is the Queen's speech, and now that she has passed, the King's speech. Another event steeped in ritual and tradition. The imperial state crown is driven to the Houses of Parliament in its own car. One oddity rarely known even to Brits is the tradition for the ceremonial taking hostage of an MP, who is detained at the palace for the duration of the monarch's time in the chamber. It dates back to the time when royalists and parliamentarians got on a lot less well than they do today. Overseas tours are a big part of royal life, and the purpose is always to improve relations between Britain and the country being visited, so respect is key. In addition to observing and embracing the culture of the host nation, royals often like to pay tribute through the clothes they wear. All royal brides are expected to include myrtle in their wedding bouquets. Queen Victoria's daughter Princess Victoria started the tradition on her own wedding day in 1858. Royal brides who have incorporated myrtle in their bouquets include Kate Middleton, Meghan Markle, Princess Eugenie, Princess Beatrice, and the Queen herself. These rules for the royals is a small glimpse into their daily lives and procedures. There are no doubt extensive list of etiquette that each of the British royal family must abide by. As such, since the passing of the Queen, we have seen King Charles allow a lighter approach to rules, regulations and etiquette. The new king has plans to update the monarchy for the modern world during his reign. The predicted, slimmed-down, monarchy could mean a condensed team of working royals, limited patronages, and smaller living quarters. While the future is looking bright for the monarchy, only time will reveal the king's new plans for the slimmed-down monarchy and the rules they must follow. Thank you for watching this week's video. Please remember to like, comment and follow along, because we all know, everyone loves a bit of history.